Okay, this week we are on to flexibility training in the minimal effective dose series. And this one isn't as cut and dry as some of the others. A lot depends. So let's dive in. Plenty of research shows that as far as hold times, 15 to 30 seconds works well, better than less than 15 seconds, and no better than 30 to 60 seconds. However, this is in generally an untrained population. So that's new to flexibility training. And I do find 2 to 3 sets of about 30 seconds, whether it's a static stretch or whether it's a weighted movement, does work pretty well to move the needle and not add excessive time to training. But this is going to be, again, if you are newer to flexibility or that particular muscle group you're working on is new to being trained flexibility specific. So uh, just like strength training is, you get newbie gains there, right? When you start off, flexibility is essentially just strength training and it responds the same way, but it also is true of that individual muscle group. So you could be really flexible in the upper body, but you've never really done all the lower body stretching. You might get newbie gains there. Um, but with the longer you stretch and the closer you get to your potential, you're definitely going to have to start putting in more work than that to move the needle. So there's good research around 5 minutes weekly total stretch time for a muscle group. And I find that is a good place to get to. And I don't really push beyond that too much. Um, Now, this can be all in one session. It can be split into other sessions through the week. Probably more than one session a week is probably the more optimal way to do that. And it does not have to be the same movement either. You can mix up several different stretches or weighted movements. Strength training, remember, is as effective as passive stretching, at least lower intensity passive stretching. And it's my preferred way to do a lot of flexibility training because we're developing strength through the full range of motion. And it's just people enjoy it more. It tends to be more effective for an athletic population, in my opinion. Remember that flexibility work definitely takes some time to see significant improvement. Like give anything 6 weeks. Um, and after you've developed a quality, you'll need to keep something in for maintenance, just like you wouldn't bring your squat up. And then once you hit a number you like, you wouldn't just stop squatting because it would pretty quickly degrade. So flexibility is no different. You got to keep something in there. Um, when I write long-term programs, generally I'm going to have focus phases on flexibility, and it might not be whole body flexibility. In fact, it usually isn't. We usually focus on a certain area. And then other times it's cycle more into maintenance, but there's always flexibility work year round, and it's usually built right into the sessions. I don't do a lot of like front end warm up flexibility work and or cool down flexibility work. It's actually part of the core of the session quite often. So to wrap it up, 2 to 3 sets a week of about 30 seconds if it's high effort and your focus is there. And it's a newer movement for you, but you'll want to move toward 5 minutes of weekly total volume going beyond that. Okay, reach out if you have any questions or thoughts or what you found to work.